My roommate found a bag with a tooth at the bar one time and was showing people, and a guy said he'd buy the tooth for $100, and soon as it was in his hand, he popped it in his mouth and crunched it up and swallowed it and told him that if he had any other teeth he wanted them. The one time I thought to check if it was at one time I dreamt it wasn't. What the? Folks, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think it rains for long enough periods of time. It rains hard. It sounds good. I'm comfortable inside. But within 5 minutes the jig is up. The dream is over. I think it should rain for longer periods of time than it presently does. A frog made this post. Just cause it zips. Don't mean it fits. My town drug dealer shared this on Facebook. I'm crying. Why in the world are you friends with your town drug dealer? Because I buy drugs from him. Lol. And you put his name on there. You tryna get him caught? Hello, yes police, there is a drug dealer I saw in the internet, his name is Joe. When the Allegra kicks in. Allegra. Hi, please follow and direct message us so we can learn more. Thanks. The corporate version of Hey OP. What the F does this mean? Just found out there's a fetish thing called findom, where rich people get off on sending vast amounts of money to people who verbally abuse them, and they just sayin', if you're into that HMU, I got a PayPal and I'm mean. You're ugly, you're disgusting, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200. What if instead of calling each other names, we referred to each other by our most dominant feature, like hey nose, or hey too much eyeliner? That's usually called bullying. Oh my gosh, you look fat in this shirt. Well, the thing about that is I was fat before I put on the shirt. Bless this child, OMG. People explain their reasons for cheating. Basically everyone has cheated on their partner, or at least seriously considered it. We asked some people why they did it. False. Validate my awful life choices and poor moral compass. I remember a saying that went something like, a thief is someone who believes everyone steals, and I feel like this applies to most things in life. The only people who say we all cheat are people who cheat. Don't trust them. Finish 7 Deadly Sins, so I guess I really am gonna have to start watching Naruto now. Hash. Is 7 Deadly Sins a show? Hash. Or have you finished with all of the sins? Hash. Like a checklist? Hash. And now Naruto is the 8th sin? This is the funniest possible tag someone could have put on this post. So we got an Amazon Echo, and we changed the wake word to computer, and now I feel like I'm on the Enterprise all the time. Additionally, whenever I watch Star Trek, she only responds to computer when Data says it, and it's kind of adorable. Not Picard, not LaForge, not Troy, not Dr. Crusher, not Riker, not anyone but Data. The other night Data asked his computer what the time was, and my computer told him it was 10:47. Watching Star Trek is even more fun now. Echo has a crush. Donald Trump used an old Vine meme of a Nickelback song as an attack against Joe Biden, and Nickelback got the video taken down for copyright infringement. Is not a sentence I ever thought I could say and have it be true. This feels like a throwaway joke from The Good Place. Fun story. I first became obsessed with the Harry Potter series and Hermione in particular in year 3 of primary school, and I decided I wanted to be like Hermione in every way, so I started reading lots and working super hard in school, got a reputation for bookishness and being the smart kid that I kept up into high school, and lol, here I am graduating in a few weeks from Cambridge, all because I adored this clever bookworm in a children's book series and absorbed her into my personality as a child. Like, basically, long story short, female role models in kids media are everything. Which mash do you prefer? Choose one. Potato. Monster. Impossible decision. Every Olympic event should include one average person competing for reference. I would watch every event if they did this. And here's our average Joe, who was just explained 5 minutes ago how curling works. Here's Stassi, she's ice skated twice in her whole life, and today she competes beside the best in the world, and oh she fell again. What a good sport, look at her get up using the wall. I would survive a horror movie. The murderer shows up to my house and I'm just like, sir, your vibes are disgusting. Vibe check. If he tells you, no, use your princess voice, look him in the eyes, and suck his fingers. That's actually how Thomas Jefferson made the Louisiana Purchase with Napoleon. The image of this historical moment is haunting me. Here's how Bernie can still win. I love how much the internet has latched onto the goose from the goose game. Like it's just a goose, and it's a goose that you control. So it has no set personality, but the entire internet looked at this and said, ah, a bastard, and adopted it. Where I was being interrogated by a bunch of people, asking me if Furbies are kosher. Firstly, I'm not Jewish. Secondly, what the F? Please, stop sending me asks pertaining to the kosher status of Furbies. I really do not know. This was just a manifestation of my subconscious. I'm assuming that they are not kosher, because Furbies aren't even food. But who knows? Ask a rabbi, if you must. Jew here. Furbies are actually worse than unkosher. They are not permissible as food, even for Gentiles. This is because the Torah teaches that it is forbidden for any human to eat the meat of an animal that is still alive, and the Furby cannot die. Hi, this is the most ominous description of a Furby I have ever heard. I just realized I've never met a woman who's been named the exact same as their parent, and I feel like that has to do with the fact that men are obsessed with themselves and their lineage, or whatever the F. The current Queen of England is literally named Elizabeth II. Monarchs don't count as people. My roommate and his girlfriend got in the shower together, and they're talking about politics. I was expecting to hear, oh god, harder. Not George Washington was entirely correct in his prediction of what distinct parties would do to politics as a whole. Nope, never mind. There it is. Apparently political debate is just their form of foreplay. Stop reblogging this. He has a Tumblr. Deactivated. They f'king killed him. Accidentally lit paper mache skull on fire. Pro. Neat flaming skull. Studio might burn down. I'm picturing you typing this like. He's fat, cause he's full of love, and he is running to give everybody a hug. In reality, frogs that are full of love are actually full of poison. Love arrives in many forms. You all might not remember, but Winnie the Pooh kept a strap at all times. Winner's strapped. Where does stuffed bear get a bloody shotgun? From the US Constitution. B. When you open up your 5th grade sketchbook. Is that a reaction image or an example? Yes. Why is Apple so obsessed with making very thin things at the expense of power and features? Yeah, my computer doesn't have an HDMI, but at least it's so thin and fragile that typing too hard could split the computer in half. What's on your mind? My drive cannot be found. Pages plus pages. Endless scrolling. Search school. Search jobs. Search life. Not now. Not now. Not now. Let me find peace. Home. Security. Something. Help 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 help. Compose. What's on your mind? Loading. No results found. Quit. I wrote a poem. Whoa. That when a Charlie Brown Christmas was screened for CBS execs, they told the creators, we'll play it once, and that will be all. Good try. A drunk animator stood up in the back of the room and shouted, it's going to run for 100 years. It was recently shown for the 52nd year in a row. That was an oracle. I went to a scary Halloween theme park, and none of the scare actors tried to scare me because I kept instinctively doing the white person face at them whenever I spotted them. A man feeding swans and ducks from a snowy riverbank in Krakow. The contrast is insane. I will never accept how underappreciated Megamind is. It is a movie about a villain who succeeds in killing the hero. It also has a nice guy, and the girl is not demonized for not liking him. He even becomes the actual villain. One of the most underrated DreamWorks flicks.